Hello everyone, Caleb with Danzy Design Build here, and today we're talking about the question, how long does it take to finish a basement in Herriman, Utah? So to answer the question, we're going to be talking about 4 things that have an impact on how long it will take. The first one is the size of the basement. The second is the elements that you're including in the basement. The third is who is doing the work, finishing the basement. And the fourth is some actual average time frames that we see our company doing today. So let's jump right in. This might seem a little bit obvious to some people, but I do feel like I need to say it. The size matters. Smaller basements take less time than bigger basements. The next thing is the actual elements you're looking to have installed in the basement. If you're looking to include 1 bathroom or 2 bathrooms or 2 bathrooms and a kitchen or a basement walkout or removing load-bearing walls and replacing them with beams and footings or adding a theater room, those items also add more time to the schedule. So that is something to be aware of. The installation of things like cabinets, the fabrication of countertops, those will all take a play in the actual total duration of the project. When we're dealing with those kind of elements in a project, we plan for those and schedule days for that work to happen. You have a lot of options as to who will do the work for your basement finishing project. So the first option you have is to do the work yourself. When you're looking to do that yourself, it's something that a lot of people can do. One thing I would say is, it might sound completely crazy, but that average time that we see that it takes homeowners to do that work is about 2 years. And I might think that that's crazy, but in reality, most people are working a day job, maybe from 9 to 5. They get home at maybe 6 o'clock, go to the store, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, whatever, get back to the house by maybe 7 o'clock. By that time, you're pretty much tired for the day. You could start working on the basement for a couple hours till maybe 9 o'clock. Go to get in bed at 10 o'clock. So you got maybe 2 hours of work done that day. So in a week, if you're doing that 5 days a week, I mean, you could actually do Saturdays. That's 18 hours a week. You can have your kids help you or neighbors and things. But in general, the duration of the project is going to be very, very long. The other option you could do is hire a handyman. That works really good if you know what you need done and you're able to tell somebody and line them up on a project that maybe was going to take a day to a week for them to do, and then they can do that work. The next option that you can do is hire a general contractor who, the good thing about a general contractor is they're going to be responsible for everything that they're including in their work. You just have to deal with one company to handle everything that they're doing. The next option that you have is to hire a design build firm like Danzy Design Build. That's what we specialize in. And what we do a little different than general contracting is we incorporate the design into the project so that one company is responsible for both the design and the delivery of the construction. That leads us into the next portion of the work, which is our company, how long it takes to do these projects. So the design phase of a basement finish is typically about 6 weeks. That could be expedited if we know that up front and we're having that as a main goal in the project, is to do it faster. But in general, we like to plan on the design taking as long as the construction part of the work. And that gives us a comfortable amount of time to make design decisions and plan how we're actually going to execute what we've designed. You might think, well, I don't want to spend 6 weeks in design. You know, that seems ridiculous. I'd rather just jump right into construction. Before you do that, the design phase that we do has literally saved our customers months of slowdowns. There was a time we did not offer design, and those projects, we did see them get considerably slower. So adding the design to the forefront of the project really reduces the time that the construction is taking place. And the reason why is because everybody knows what they need to do, how much it's going to cost, how long it's going to take, and what the game plan is to actually produce that project. And as a rule of thumb, we start with about a 6-week design time frame, and then at a minimum 6 weeks for construction. And with the more advanced or more detailed or more complicated basements that are larger or include more elements, that time frame goes up from there. So typically we're seeing the projects on the simple, smaller side, they're around 6 weeks, and then up towards 12 weeks for the larger, more complicated basements. I hope that this has been helpful for you guys today. And if you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section, and we'll make another video answering those questions that you have about basement finishing and about home remodeling. So thank you for your time today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.